Now, lead them toward their bottom into a sit, stay, sit, stay. Yes. If you create a flow where you set them up in a good position, it's easier to control their excitement. Yeah, I see. That's what you're struggling with. Okay. It ends up like this, doesn't it? Yeah. That's what you're struggling with. Okay, right. So for this video, we'll be doing some practical training on location. The dog helping us out today is this Schnauzer here, Schnauzer. We've been told that this dog barks a lot at people and other dogs during walks to the point where it's affecting daily life. Also, the owner says they can't walk their dog when other people or dogs are around, so they go out at 4 in the morning or after midnight. It's become quite a serious issue. Today, I'll show you how to fix the barking during walks, and there are 2 important points to this. The first approach is for the human to maintain control using commands. Specifically, this involves training like sit, stay, down, stay, recall, or heel. The goal is to ensure the dog listens to these commands even when excited, tempted, or in a new environment like this one. In short, it is all about control. One approach is for the human to take control. Yes, I believe that once this takes shape, it becomes the most essential improvement. Once this is achieved, it brings out a great trait in dogs, which is that they can go anywhere as long as they are with their owner. So, for dogs that bark during walks, I think this is the best place to start. The second approach is to get them accustomed to it. What this means is, you gradually introduce stimuli or change the environment little by little, training them to listen even in those situations. Generally speaking, for barking during walks, the control and habituation I mentioned earlier are the most essential ways to improve. Today, we will put this into practice. By the way, this dog has started to learn some training, sitting, staying, and walking practice. He can do those to some extent. Now, we're working on him being able to do them even when the environment changes, right? Let's actually give it a try. Come on. Now, the thing to be careful about here is that right now, his focus is on the outside. Their focus is on the outside, or like this. If you go for a walk like this or stay in an environment where they get excited easily, the barking will escalate and it will become harder to control them. Yes, so shifting that focus from the outside back to the human is extremely important. Conversely, if you can do this well, you will be able to resolve these kinds of issues. So while the commands I mentioned earlier are extremely important for control, it is better to first focus on getting the dog to pay attention to you. Whether the dog is listening to your commands is certainly a key indicator, but it is also important to look at the dog's inner state. What this means is, for example, if they are sitting and staying, but they're excited or focused on their surroundings, they aren't truly listening. Instead of just focusing on the form, look at the dog's inner state and understand their psychology. That makes them much easier to control. Sit. Stay. Stay. There are 2 ways to handle it when your dog barks on walks. The first is to have them sit and stay like this to calmly let the distraction pass. The second is training for when you are walking. There are commands for walking too. Specifically, we use commands like heel or with me. One way is to use this walking training to keep their focus on you and pass by successfully. Broadly speaking, there are these 2 methods. Either you walk past or you have them sit and stay to create a calm state on the spot to get through it. For this dog, having them sit and stay is the type that makes it easier for them to calm down. There is a cart coming from over there now, but will they be okay? Stay, sit there, stay, sit there. While in a stay, keep them focused on you and calmly let the stimulus pass. Once they do well, it's important to praise them slowly. You must praise them slowly at this time. If you get all excited and say, "Good job," when they've managed to calm down, it might just spike their excitement again. So when they've calmed down, it's crucial to praise them slowly. When they've managed to control their excitement, please try using this way of praising and petting them. The key point when doing this, and I'll demonstrate it when he barks in a moment, is that dealing with it before the barking starts is important. It's actually hard to calm a dog down once their excitement has peaked. It takes time and effort. So from a preventative standpoint, it's easier to have them sit and stay before they get excited, keeping their focus on you so they can get through it calmly. For example, if you're walking and there's a dog over there and they're barking, okay, then pull the leash toward their rear. Sit, stay, sit, stay. Yes, the idea is to just make them sit and stay. Like before, when they lean forward and put tension on the collar getting all worked up, it's easy for them to get excited and start barking. Instead, you should have them sit, make them sit. Suppress that excitement by creating a flow where you establish a good posture. It becomes much easier to control their excitement. If our dog's behavior just erupts and you somehow let the situation end on its own, or if you don't know how to control it, that excitement will gradually keep rising. Like I did just now, hold the leash a bit shorter, give a straight signal toward their rear, and use your free hand to gently hold or press down on their hips or lower back to get them to sit. This is one way to handle it. There are others, but for this dog, this method is easiest. So if you're struggling with barking on walks, please try using this approach as a reference. Now, I think some people might struggle with this at first. It can be difficult to calm a dog down, so I'm sure some won't get it right away. But if you give up now, the problem will just escalate, or you might find it impossible to improve. He's facing this way now. It's a bird, because it's a bird. Let's try that again. Give the signal toward the hindquarters.
Like this, like this, like this. See? Oops. A dog's body is built so that when its head goes up, its rear goes down. So by holding the leash short and pulling toward the rear, you see how the head goes up?
As it comes up, use your free hand to support their rear, hold them, and apply a little pressure to guide them down. Make them sit. Once they do it well, it is important to loosen the leash. If you keep it tight, your tension or the discomfort can actually make them more excited. So when they are doing well, loosen it. The goal is to stay relaxed and get through the situation smoothly. Schnauzers are very clingy, aren't they? It's a breed that tends to be quite needy. They can easily become overly attached or even obsessed with their owners. When this neediness grows, dogs generally tend to become spoiled, harder to control when excited, or they might even become overprotective because they're with their owner. Or they might also try to protect their personal space or the people around them. So while the technique I just showed you is certainly important, how you interact with them in daily life is even more crucial. What this means is not that you should push them away, but by keeping a proper distance and having a balanced, independent lifestyle, it becomes easier to control breeds that tend to be overly clingy. If you can improve things in your daily life, it will lead to a more essential and fundamental improvement. So please try using this as a reference. Some dogs will bite if you touch them when they're excited. What should I do about that? If a dog bites when touched, you can't use this method. Putting clothes on them is one option, but you should use a leash to control them. Use a leash to avoid touching them. Yes, to avoid touching them. Hold the leash shorter and give a signal toward the hindquarters and use your free hand to give instructions like a hand sign. Using hand signs is a good idea. By the way, the environment you do this in is super important. For this dog, it feels a bit too early right now. Ideally, instead of jumping straight into a commercial facility, it would be better to take it a bit more gradually for this dog. I know you are all busy, so it is important to take it one step at a time. Yes. In this video, we covered how to handle dogs that bark at people, other dogs, and various stimuli while on walks, including practical demonstrations. This video shows how to actually restrain them when they bark, so please try it at home within your own limits. If you found this video helpful, I would be very happy if you could subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Yes.